Welcome back. This is part 4 of my Blueprints 8 Dare challenge run. In the last episode, ended on kind of a disaster. So one of my dares is that I can never draft the den. Um, Unfortunately, I accidentally drafted the den because it was an archived room. So going forward, I will be hopefully not having to deal with the archives too much more. I'm going to avoid it like the plague, and if I do get it, I will not be taking any more rooms blindly because the den, unfortunately, is still commonplace, I believe. So it's going to be showing up quite a lot. Let's see. Yep, commonplace. So it's going to be just in my face all the time, kind of taunting me that I'm not allowed to take it. Thankfully, even though that day was a really long and kind of productive day, it wasn't the same day that I filled out my dare list up to dare number 7, so I did get to at least maintain the dares that I've gotten up to this point. So at this point, um, first priority is going to be getting that 8th dare and then possibly re-rolling some of my earlier ones, hoping to get lucky and get rid of some of the significantly more difficult ones. I'm just gonna play and see what happens. So I think I have the dare. Yeah, I can't touch the center door in the entrance hall anymore. I can't exit the house through the entrance hall. Can't ride elevators, can't get den. And then dare number 1 and 4 are the ones that I've been playing around or like having to think about actively the most. I can't fill out all 5 rooms in a single rank. And I have to be very careful about my backtracking because I can't enter any room more than 3 times. So here, you can see I got the den for the first time already. It's just going to be showing up all the time. There was a different day when I managed to get the den as an option in the conservatory, which was amazing because that means that I can just set it to rare and almost never see it again. But then I got a game over that day, so that conservatory change did not save. So that would also be great is if I could get another conservatory, get another chance to hopefully set the den to rare again. Box next to this box contains gems. Um, this has to be false. This is false, so this is true. Gems are here. I could go either courtyard or workshop here. I think I'll take courtyard just for the north-facing door. And then I can go back through this door into the entrance hall, which is nice. It doesn't say I can't use this door, I just can't touch it. So as long as I don't actually draft out of it, then it's fine. I'm gonna open this just because, like I said, my backtracking options are very limited, so I can't really rely on ever being able to just return to this room freely to open that trunk, so thankfully I did get lucky, and it had keys in it, so I got back 2 keys and only had to spend 1. Chapel's probably the best here. It does kind of lock me out of, like, it means that in rank 3 I'm probably only going to get 3 rooms unless I can backtrack this way. But I think Chapel's the best here. At this point, I'm debating if I want to go back and draft this way. I'm just going to keep going forward for now. I could get a dead end here, that wouldn't be too bad. Definitely better than corridor or illegal den, so I'm gonna take the nursery. Get my gem refunded. So this is the second time I've touched the chapel. I only get 1 more at this point. Workshop here would be interesting. Either that or pantry to keep going north. I think I want to go workshop here. Oh, actually, I probably should have taken security and then I could have started an experiment. Oh well. Do I want the Southern Cross? It's just gonna give me archives. Honestly, just tempted to not take it. I feel like, you know, like later in the in the progression of a save file, that's really nice, but the problem is there's a lot of 4-door rooms that I actually don't want at this point, so I'm just gonna not click on that. Here, what I'm thinking is I may not be able to actually... Well... Yeah, I'm just like not sure if I should draft on the east side here, the room or the door that would go out a bedroom, or if I should try to get this filled in instead. I think I'm going to go for the... Like, I will take the bedroom, but I'm not actually going to draft out of it. And instead I'm gonna go over to the west. Ah, my first security door that I can't open. Laboratory? This way I can get an experiment started, hopefully a dare experiment. Nope, but I do have an allowance experiment, which is also good, or a star, either one would be good. I think allowance is probably a little bit better. And then, like, I can already sense this day is not going to last too much longer, most likely, so I might as well just take the red room. I have a ton of steps, so losing 5 steps isn't even much of a downside. Using my last key here. I also have to keep in mind I'm not allowed to spend this gem. I'm gonna take the weight room, trigger the experiment. Lose a whole lot of steps, but still have plenty left. Another security door that I can't open. Pump room's really my only option here, because I don't want to spend my gem. I would love to power this pump room, but even if I drafted the boiler room, I would not feel comfortable spending my gem on it. So here, like, I think what I do is I just take coat check and then call it a day, honestly. Very concerned about, you know, just ending the day while I'm ahead, not trying to get too risky, because I really don't like getting that game over screen. It just deletes all my progress for that day and feels really bad. Not that I have much choice anyway, because you know, I could have taken kitchen and kept going maybe, but it's just a gamble, because then I might not have found a gem. Do I want to check either of these? I mean, I guess there's no reason not to. The only downside, I guess, is it makes the coat check more common tomorrow, I'm pretty sure. So it's just another dead end in my pool, but I will need the burning glass at some point to get some of the unlocks from that, so I might as well just save the magnifying glass. It also takes it out of the pool for items that can appear in the house, I believe, while it's in the coat check, so it could mean that I just get a more useful item to show up instead. And that'll be it for this day. Got +1 to my allowance. I don't know if I really accomplished much else. I guess 1 star as well, so 1 allowance, 1 star, not terrible. Now I start with 3 gold instead of 2. Yippee! This might be a bad play, but I'm gonna take the closet. I've noticed that something that keeps happening to me is I'll draft out of both of my available doors here out of the entrance hall, and then I'll just never be able to go back because of the limitation on how many times I can enter a room. So I don't know if at this point if it's like I just really have one path that I have to work with at this point because I can't go out of the north door, and I have a lot of restriction on my ability to double back. So I don't know, maybe I should just focus on one path and try to make that path the best that I can. Alright, so gems are in a box with a false statement, blue box is false, white box is false. This is the only one referencing where the gems are. It can't be in blue because that would create a paradox. So this is false. Blue is false because it has to be in a box with a true statement. Or wait, let me think that through actually. Yeah, so if the gems were in blue, then it would be true that they're in a box with a false statement, except it wouldn't be false then. Yeah, okay, so I was just making sure I wasn't making a mistake. So blue box is false, that is true. White box is false, that is false. So it's gotta be here. Man, I wish I could draft the den. It'd be so useful. West Wing Hall's good too. I'm glad that I drew that. I'm gonna double back to drawing room for the first time here. Because I really need to fill out some of these rooms over to the east a little bit more. I'm thinking I secret passage into a hallway just to get something with more doors here. Although I can't go east, so I would ideally want a T-shaped room. So like courtyard would be good. I could probably guarantee a courtyard if I take green. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. Could also go with a... Oh, Cloister has its cost bypass. That's really nice. I'm just thinking, like, it does waste one of the doors in here, but do I care? Like, the fact that I don't have to pay gems for it is kind of worth it, I think, so I'll just take that. There is a dig spot in there in case I get a shovel later. This area is good because I do have some gold to spend. Oh. Oh.
And I will say goodbye.
See, I just can't, I can't even take one moment where I go on autopilot and just stop thinking about what I just said moments before.
Wonder why daring feels just like defeat.
Well, scratch that day. But I hadn't done anything yet that day, so it doesn't feel like too big of a loss. I guess I should have taken the courtyard after all, and then I couldn't have I couldn't have gotten that game over. I'm just so used to, like, in those 4-room or 4-door rooms, I usually just kind of go around and draft all of the rooms before moving on. But in this case, that was a very bad idea. I'm so intrigued by this guest bedroom, I kind of almost want to just keep prioritizing it, just because I've never played with it before and I'm curious to see what it will do. But it would also be really funny if it got like the master bedrooms effect when I only have 3 rooms. Last time, and the only time I chose it, I got the servants' quarters effect and it gave me 4 keys, which was really nice, but that would not happen here, so I don't know. That's probably dumb. I'm just going to take the storeroom. Guest bedroom seems like something where you want to ideally draft it a little bit later in the day. I see conservatory, I pick it. I don't even have to look at what the other rooms are. Study is a great room. It's a dead end, which isn't... It can screw you over, especially with the dares that I have. It could really screw me over, but I'm gonna put it to standard because at some point it would be nice to do the chess puzzle, and the study is one of the easiest ways to get that done. I don't want to put it at commonplace. That seems like a little too much. So I think standard is good for now. Locksmith, I don't love this room. I feel like I just never have... I never have the luxury of being able to draft a dead end when I also have enough coins to spend on keys. And also like the gem to pay that that allows you to draft the room. So I'm just gonna leave that at unusual. Or maybe even rare, I don't know. I have never felt like this room is all that great. I'm gonna put it at rare. Rotunda, not useful for me now because of the high cost, but it could be useful later, so I'll just drop it down to unusual. I guess it's guest bedroom time because I don't really want to put the courtyard here. I get a key. What else? I think I just saw my steps go up when I came in here. I didn't see how much they went up by, but I'm guessing it was 2. I've stepped 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and now my steps are 67. So yeah, it's got the effect from the regular bedroom. I'm tempted to to redraw here and try for a corner room, but I really want security because that'll let me start an experiment. I did get the dare experiment, and I'm gonna do the red room trigger again because that's the one out of these three that I know I'm most likely going to be able to trigger at least once. So here we go. We're gonna find out what the 8th dare is going to be. Probably pretty soon. I believe this is just the exact same parlor puzzle I just solved, since I had a game over. So gems should be here again. I'm gonna dead end myself here because I don't want to get too far away from this path down here that I had going. Again, because of my dare that doesn't let me backtrack as freely as I'd want. So, just gonna say goodbye to these rooms because I won't be coming back to them. Only thing is, do I want to do anything with the keycard system before I leave? I think I'll just set it to low. That's kind of normally what I do if I don't have a keycard yet or a utility closet, and then in case I don't ever find either of those things, I can hopefully just avoid security doors to begin with. I don't really like the spare room here because I would really much rather have something with more doors. I'm gonna try redrawing. Wow, okay, that was terrible. Well, my kitchen, or the kitchen's the only choice, really. If I don't want the day to be over. I could buy a club sandwich, but that seems pointless. I just don't expect myself to be having issues with steps anytime soon. And that's gonna be it for this day. It did not give me a door going the way that I would have liked. So I'll take the observatory. Get a star out of the deal, at least. And that really sucks that I couldn't even take a red room and get an experiment trigger. Unlucky. I wonder what happens if you end the day in a guest bedroom. Probably nothing, but I kind of want to try just to see. I'm curious if it would copy the effect from the bedroom that it's imitating, or if it would just be like a regular guest bedroom where I don't think it does anything. I don't know if I'll even be able to confirm because I don't think the regular bedroom does anything either. But it would be kind of fun if the guest bedroom upgrade had its own unique end of day thing. On to day 11, and I feel like I am not anywhere close to beating this game mode. I have a feeling I might be doing this for a while. Ooh, I love the can't speak today. Lucky Rabbit's Foot. I love when you get that right off the bat, and then you know that every room from here on out is going to have more items. No conservatory. Sad about that, but the office would be good too because I don't think I've ever been in the office yet, so that would have an upgrade disc for me. And it would really only cost 1 gem because it has a safe in it as well. So, sure, I'll take the office. Here, I would really prefer a room that curves back over to the east, so I'm going to try redrawing. Pantry's decent. I don't really like the pantry in general, but just for the sake of being a room that goes east, I'll take it. And I will also log into the laboratory and get an experiment going. I didn't even think of that when I took this room, but that's also a big perk. No dare experiment, but there is a star, and that one is pretty good too. These triggers aren't great. I could just take the guaranteed 1 star. I have no confidence that I'm going to get the other ones, so I guess I'll just do that. Parlor upgrade. Normally, I'm a big fan of the funeral parlor, but with how limited my drafting options are going to be in this game mode, I just don't know if I'm going to be guaranteed to have enough red rooms to make this worth it. That's a tricky one. The 2 wind-up keys would be good if this ends up going so long that I can no longer reliably solve the puzzles. But I don't think that'll be the case, so I'm going to take the 3 gem one. This is normally my least favorite upgrade, but I think for dare mode specifically, it's going to be the best for me. I also haven't had the parlor yet today, so that's nice that it'll take effect right away. There it is. Okay, so we have 2 boxes referencing where the gems are this time. This one claims they're in the white box. White box says that a box with a false statement contains the gems. So let's say the gems are in the white box. That would make the blue box true. And then I think it would create a paradox here because if white was true, it wouldn't work because the gems couldn't be here in that case. And then if it was false, then it would, yeah, it doesn't work. Statement on the white box is true, so, okay, again, let's say that blue box is true, that the gems are here. Actually, I don't think they can be here, because it's a paradox either way. So let's say that the gems are in blue. So blue would be false. White would be true. And then black would be true. That works. I hope it's correct. Yep. Okay, nice. Is now the time to backtrack. I think if I keep going this way, that's gonna end up being my way forward at this point, because if I like dead end myself here, it's gonna be tricky to kind of snake around from the pantry. So I kind of want to go back to the pantry first and look for a nice dead end for that path first, since I won't be able to later. The hallway also works here, it just gives me a different option so I don't have to backtrack through the way I just came. I think I like that. Basically just pretending that this spare room was a useless dead end. This has to be a dead end because I can't draft the last room in this rank. And that's gonna be it for this day, because I can't go north, and I can't go all the way to the east either. I guess I could shoot for an upgrade disc in the commissary. That's the only thing I can think of that I could get out of these rooms. No upgrade disc. Sad. Alright, GG, go next, I guess. Small cottage. I wish it was bigger. I'm definitely thinking that I underestimated this stair where you can't fill out all 5 rooms on a rank. I didn't think it was that bad, but now that I've played with it a bit, I feel like it's almost like the most limiting out of all of my dares right now. Well, maybe tied with the one where I can't leave through the front door. It really sucks not being able to ever use the outer room, basically, unless I get a powered garage. And also will make it very difficult to actually beat the game. Giving it another shot at the experiment here. It's a good thing that I'm finding a terminal early. Gives me more chances to trigger whatever experiment that I get. I think I'm just gonna go with the immediately here, because I do kind of want to just lock in the 8th dare. I don't even necessarily want to start replacing dares until I've saved this day successfully. So like I have a fresh day where I'm starting from 8 dares instead of 7. I dare you to always have at least 20 steps. Thank God, that one is so easy. That is not going to be, I mean, there might be 1 or 2 times when it becomes a problem, but for the most part, that is a really nice dare to have. It was actually one of my 4 that I had the first time I ever beat dare mode, which I want to say the others were I can't have more than 2 items, special items. That one was, you know, not that terrible in terms of difficulty, but really annoying to play with because I just really like picking up items. I also had you always have to choose a red room when you draw it. That one was probably the most difficult that I had. And then I can't remember the last one. Maybe it was you can't draft south ever. I forget. But those middle 2 ones that I said were my main issues. Guess I'll go with the guest bedroom and hope that it's the servants' quarters, I guess, again, so I can get a couple of keys. The fact that there's dice here, I don't know if that means it's the boudoir, or wait. What? Was this here the whole time and I never noticed? Yes, the correct bedroom. I was thinking it's either the boudoir or like maybe it's copying the Geist bedroom, which would have been one of the other upgrades, but I don't think that can be the case now that I look at this because it's not on the list. Oh, that's interesting. That could be the hovel. I didn't even consider that. So, I mean, this has got to be boudoir, right? Because I found dice here. And I do have that upgrade, I'm pretty sure. So what did that get me? Win an unknown prize? This is crazy. I'm so interested. I don't know what this means. Only bedrooms in your draft pool at the time of drafting guest bedrooms should be considered. The prize will not be announced. So, I mean, I think that the green check mark means that I was correct, but I have no idea what it gave me. That's really interesting. I might even have to look it up on the wiki to see what other people have gathered on how guest bedroom works, because I really don't know. Only one box is true. Black box contains the gems. Blue box contains the gems. So let's say they're in blue. Black would be true. White would be false. This couldn't be true because then there would be 2 true boxes and that would make it false. So that would be a paradox. So okay, gems are not in blue. If they're in black, this is false. This is true. This is false, I guess. It like if it's including itself, you know, the fact that the blue box is hypothetically false would make it so that it's false, which is interesting. I don't see any reason why that couldn't be the case, so I am thinking the gems are here. No, that's interesting. So they were in white? Because I don't think they could have been in blue. For my own sake, I'm just gonna examine this. So if they're in white, both of these are false. And then this one is the true one. So either way, it kind of, the blue box kind of figures off of itself. So I feel like I might be missing something there, but I feel like both solutions there, either black or white, could have been true. Well, it's a good thing I didn't choose the funeral parlor, I guess, because I would have just lost 30 steps. I don't think I ever actually went into the breakfast nook, I'm just now realizing. It could turn into effectively a dead end, depending what I do here. But it would be a shame to just not go back and pick up what's in there. I guess I'll just hope for a straight room here. Yeah, spare room. I'll take it. Car keys, that's nice. Because I could just, like, draft the garage right here. It would end my day, but then I could go back to security and get an upgrade. Which would be definitely worth it. Or I could take the office and then hope that I find the garage again later, but... No, I think I'm just ready to end this day with the fact that I got the 8th dare, and I'm gonna get an upgrade disc as well. That seems like enough for this day. And tomorrow I'll have 2 extra gems because of the morning room, so that's really nice too. Mailroom. I don't even know if I've gotten offered this room yet. But generally, my favorite upgrade here is the no contact delivery. Freight shipping. I mean... Yeah, same day delivery is just bad. I think that one is just, like, obviously the worst. Freight shipping could be good, but I don't know. I kind of like no contact delivery more. Yeah, I'm gonna take that. And that's gonna be it. Finally, I have all 8 dares locked in. So at this point, I'm still going to be looking for dare experiments when I can, because I do have a couple of dares that I would love to re-roll to something easier. But if I got unlucky and I replaced a dare that I like with one that I don't like, I would have the option to just intentionally get a game over and not save. Which is probably what I will do, because I don't want to make this any harder than it needs to be. But let's see. Let me just look at my dare list again. So the ones that I really hate right now are dares number 1 and number 4 and number 5. Never enter a room more than 3 times. Never draft all 5 rooms in a rank. Never exit the house from the entrance hall. These are all things that I feel like are going to significantly hurt my ability to progress. Never ride elevators is also not great for like the end game of actually getting to room 46, but I can work around it. It's just both 5 and 7 together are a really nasty combination where I'm going to need like a crazy stroke of luck to actually get to room 46. So I would definitely like to replace one of those, if not both. I don't know if I want a dead end here or not. I think it's okay, because I can make 2 different paths coming out of the hallway. One up along the east edge of the house, and one that will maybe go over to the west, and then up. So I guess I'll pick nursery, since it's my first bedroom. And I get a nice lucky rabbit's foot again. One of my favorite items. Conservatory? Nope, not lucky. But laboratory's good too. I can get an experiment started. Allowance there is pretty good. Probably the most reliable trigger here is drafting a shop room. I don't plan on getting the archives, and spending 2 or more gems on a room is still kind of difficult for me at this point. I probably would at least trigger it once, but I don't know about more than that. Is there anything else I need to do here? I could log into security. I don't really need to do that yet. I'll just leave this for now. Darkroom, I don't ever want to draft blind out of this room for the same reason that I don't want to pick archived rooms that really backfired when I got a den out of there before. So I think I'm only going to ever take the darkroom if I know that I can get the utility closet with it. But I have the choice of spending a gem on security just to go north, which I don't like. Or I can take the closet. I'm gonna go with the closet. Then just have to hope for some lucky pathing with what I draw out of here. I need to go north. Of course. Oh wait, I do have a die though. Okay. That's better. I'll take the chapel just to connect it back to the entrance hall, in case I need an alternate path to backtrack for whatever reason. Oh, there's a coin purse here, too. Okay, so I'm going to try working backwards again. If white is true, the other statements are both true. So gems aren't in the blue box and they're in the white box. That would make them both true if they're in the white box. But then the white box would also be true So that couldn't be right. If the gems are in the blue box, blue is false. White, I guess white is false no matter what. And this has to be true, and it's saying they're not in blue. So pretty sure that they're in black. I need more doors. Give me more doors. I have a lot of gems, so I could take the kitchen. I don't really want to, like, skip past rank 3 with the corridor. Oh, right, I didn't even think about the experiment, but that's great. I get 1 allowance from drafting this too. Another morning room is good. I have to be really on the lookout for items because I do have the lucky rabbit's foot, so there's going to be a lot of extra items potentially hidden around. Need to make sure this door isn't locked before I open that. I'm actually really... Oh, I guess the trunk counts as the item. I was going to say I'm surprised there's no item in here, because usually there is, even without a rabbit's foot. But the trunk counts as the item, I think. Nice. Freezer could actually be good. That would really set me up for success tomorrow. But it does feel like a shame to just give up on this day so soon, because I haven't really done anything apart from get 1 allowance. So I'm not going to do that. Three keys. Yeah, I've got to take the garage. That's so good. Any items hiding in here? The dig spot, but I don't feel like I've been very lucky with getting shovels lately. Oh no, it's a security door. I should have thought of that. I think Workshop has like a higher chance to have security doors. Probably like all mechanical rooms do. So I think that may be the end of my journey today. I should have taken the corridor. I was between those two, but I thought the corridor could be a waste because I have plenty of keys now. But I did not think about the security door. So, underwhelming day, but I did get 1 allowance, so it's not a complete waste. Starting the day with 6 coins is a pretty nice breakpoint, I feel like, because then I can afford a shovel or another 6 cost item in the commissary. Coming up on an hour of recording here, so I probably actually could have just stopped the recording there, but I'm just ready to continue playing, so I'll play 1 more day and then I'll end the episode. Show me conservatory. Darn. Clock tower could be good. If I find a stopwatch in there, that would be really cool. But I don't really want to dead end myself there, even though it would set me up nicely for tomorrow, possibly. I also have to keep in mind that there's the Sanctum key puzzle that I could do in Clock Tower, but I don't know why I would do that at this point, because I just have no way of even getting to the Sanctum, so save that thought for later. No dare experiment again. Thinking probably the key one is the best option here. Sure, whenever I draft a shop room, why not? Not a great experiment, but better than nothing. I don't have any hallways yet, so I wouldn't even get a key even if I did trigger it, but I'm just banking on the day going longer, I guess. Boiler room, so this is going to be tricky because I don't actually remember if I've solved the boiler room yet. I know I did at one point, but I don't remember if that day saved or if I got a game over. The thing is that I'm not allowed to use elevators anymore. So I have to... It's a little bit more painful to solve the puzzle in here without the elevator. Okay, I can see that I did solve it. That's good. Is there anything that I would like to power? The pump room would be good, but it's not in the drafting pool yet because I haven't played the pool. Normally the other thing I would want to power is laboratory, but I have already done that too. So I'm just trying to think if there's anything I really want to do with that right now. I'll just pause on that. I'll go out this way first. Okay, so there was a key in here, so that should mean that this is the servants' quarters. Right? No? Oh, what is it then? I mean, like, I guess a key can just show up in here naturally. So that's kind of tricky, because, I mean, it could have been the servants' quarters. If it was, then it would have spawned a key here as well. Oh, although I think the other time it was servants' quarters, the keys were on this table. I'll have to keep that in mind. Like, if it's on this table... That's probably like a regular spawn for an item versus over here is like the special spawn or something. So, I mean, I guess it could have really been mostly any of these. Like, I think a key can spawn in the bedroom. I don't know. It's a mystery. Like, aquarium, that can have a key in it. Or just a regular key can be in the guest bedroom. Maybe it's like the hovel. Maybe I'm gonna find out next time I draft that that I've got the hovel effect going. So I can't really think of what specific room I would want to power at this point, but I might as well just turn on the power and see what happens. I mean, this could backfire too, because it's gonna make it more likely that I get like an archives or dark room. or passageway, which would also not be great, because... I'm gonna send the power north instead. I think that may actually hurt me if I take it to the west. Darkroom might not be too bad here. I just would have to get a utility closet, or I would have to kind of draft around it and not actually through it. That seems stupid, actually. I'm not going to do that. It feels so bad to dead end here, but I feel like that might be my best choice. And then maybe get passageway going this way. That would be pretty good, actually. Or weight room wouldn't be too bad. I'm gonna try it, see what happens. It's archives. I'm not taking that. Well, actually, yes, I guess I am, because I don't really have a choice. But I'm not going to draft any archived rooms, because they could be the den. Probably will be the den. A very good chance that they'll be the den. The passageway would be good for doors. I just don't like that it takes me to 1 gem. I think the bedroom is probably better here, actually. Passageway here would be good, but I didn't draw it. Not taking this hidden den. That's definitely a den. I can just feel it, so I'll take the observatory. Did I ever go in the parlor? I don't think I did. If I did, I would have more gems right now. Okay, this is the den. So I want to take the breakfast nook, and, well, I mean, commissary would be good too. I could spend my coins, but then I kind of cut off my path that I've got going, so I don't really want to do that. I don't want this constellation. That's the one that gives you more dead ends, and that would be very bad, so I'm not gonna click on it. This is the den. Corridor would not do anything for me because I can't draft the west side of the house. Office would lead me back into the parlor, which seems like the best choice, honestly. Because then I don't have to backtrack to get to it. This statement is of no help at all. I think I remember seeing this once before too, and I think that's true. Well, no, it kind of has to be false, because every statement is helpful in a way. So, okay, gems are in the blue box. Let's just say, okay. So yeah, if gems are in this box, then both blue and black are true. And this is false, because this is helpful, because I know that this is false. I probably won't be coming back to the office, so I might as well spread gold. And then, did I start an experiment yet? Yeah, I did. I think that's all I can do in here. Alright, I need good pathing now. I'm down to one one path left, so it would be really nice to get something with more doors and open it back up again. Workshop is pretty good. And then if I could get a 4-door room out of this workshop, it would be amazing. 'Cause then I guess a T-shaped room would be better if I could go north and south, because I can't go west. I'm only allowed to fill in this room to the south and then go north. Perfect. That's exactly what I needed. Thank you. Dead end? That's a den, so, I mean, Rumpus would be kind of like a fake dead end that I would just get the 8 coins, but I don't really need them. Redraw could be kind of trolling here too, though, because I don't really need to do it. I would rather save my 1 die for more of a desperate situation, so I'll go with the Rumpus room. Just take my gold. I'm not gonna watch this whole cutscene. I love the Great Elzara cutscenes, but I've seen them many times at this point, so just for, you know, for progression's sake, I'll skip through that, just so the game registers that I've seen it at least. Gonna have to be commissary. I wish it was going east instead, but I know that I'm gonna be able to buy stuff in here at least. These security doors, man, they're really screwing me over. I feel like I've almost never found a key card so far in this whole save file. And utility closet actually seems to be surprisingly rare too. I have not seen much of that. So, I mean, I could afford to buy stuff, but I can't do anything with it because I can't get through this door. So I don't think there's anything else I can do at this point. So with that, that is going to be the end of this episode. Call it a day here. Thank you for watching, and next time, I guess my first goal is going to be to look for more dare experiments, and then just pray that I get to replace some of my bad dares with some better ones. And then, apart from that, just keep working on permanent progression and working toward eventually getting into the antechamber someday. Don't know how long that'll be, but obviously that's the goal at some point, so we'll see how it goes. Thanks for watching, see you next time.